Information Technology High School is a relatively new school. In its 10 years, they had never won anything sports related. My freshman year, I decided to try for the volleyball team. I had no idea what I was doing. It just seemed like a fun sport to play at the time. I remember the first day of practice, I walked in. I was 4'11". I was pretty fat. I had no idea how difficult volleyball was. The first day, I got hit in the face by a 6'4" guy. It was accidental, but man, did it hurt. I do think volleyball, it helped me grow a lot. I started off 4'11", now I'm 5'11". I grew a whole foot off of it. Every year since my freshman year, our coach Serrano would tell us, we have a very good team this year. We can make it to the playoffs or win a championship. We never even made it to the playoffs. At the end of my junior year, all of my close friends were graduating. I was leaning towards not joining the team my senior year. Everybody was leaving. We were losing all of our core players. Joining the next year just didn't seem fun anymore. During the summer, two of my teammates called me. They convinced me to go try out for a club called Legacy with them. It didn't take much convincing, but I went to go try out. The tryouts were at John Jay. When I got there, I saw the amount of competition there was. Half of these kids were from different boroughs. I've heard about them, but I never actually seen them play. During the tryouts, it was extremely tough and competitive. After the tryouts, we found out we all made the team. We were all very excited. Legacy helped us grow as players, even as individuals. It was such a great learning experience. We traveled to Pennsylvania to play tournaments with some of the best teams I've ever seen. The teams we were versed were filled with guys who were 6 feet and taller. They could easily tower over us and hit way better than us. From August till the end of March, we were playing for Legacy. Once the month ended, we had to start playing for our school team, so there was no more Legacy practice. There were 4 of us who played for Legacy. We all got way better and learned how to really play the game. But we just didn't have enough players. Tryouts came along and we got a total of 10 new players, kids who have never played the game before. We couldn't expect them to learn so quickly. At the beginning of the season, our coach Serrano told us again, we have a good team this year, we can take it all. I told him, let's be honest Serrano, we're not taking anything this year. At the time, I truly felt like we weren't going anywhere. We barely had people, and half of them didn't know how to play. Why would this year be any different? That year, there was something different about our coach Serrano. We had practiced 5 days a week, and he signed us up for all these different tournaments. So we basically played for 6 days a week. The years before that, we only had practice 3 times a week, and half of the time they would get cancelled. A couple of the new kids were actually learning how to play the game really good. Our first tournament was at St. John's University. We weren't expected to go anywhere in the tournament. There were a total of 18 schools, 17 Catholics and 1 public. We were the 1 public school. We made it to the finals that day, and we lost. We came in 2nd place, but we all still felt very proud of ourselves. None of us knew we could make it that far. After it, I actually thought to myself, wow, we might actually have a chance. We started off the year good. We won a 6-game winning streak, but then we got the injury bug. 2 of our best players got injured. Bolivia, the team captain, and I, we had to step up our games to cover for everybody else. We didn't have 2 of our best players, and we couldn't rely on the new guys to pick up that quickly. At the end of it, we only lost 2 games that season. Both games we lost to a school called Newcomers. That was our rival school. We hated them. We were doing so well that year, we got invited to a showcase at Queens College. The showcase was for the best teams in Queens. When we went there and we actually won the whole tournament, everybody was surprised. That's when we knew we could actually win the whole thing. And to make things better, the team we had to beat to win was Newcomers. On May 2nd, we made the playoffs for the first time. I had no idea what to expect. I had never played a playoff game before. We had home court advantage in the playoffs. We won the first 3 games easily. We felt like nobody could stop us. The next team we had to verse was Newcomers in the semifinals. We were playing them at York College. We felt like once we beat them, there was no team left that could actually beat us. At the end of it, it was probably one of the hardest games I've ever played. They were the longest 40 minutes of my life. At the end of it all, I was exhausted, but I was so happy to know we beat Newcomers and knocked them out. On May 28th was the PSAL finals. On that day, everybody was wishing us luck. We were the first team in school history to make it that far. The team we were versing in the finals was a school called Taft. They were located in the Bronx. We were versing them at York College. We studied them on tape, we learned their strengths and weaknesses. We had 1 week to prepare for them. There was a lot of pressure on us. We were the first team in school history to make it that far. We can't let everybody down. Once we arrived at the gym, all I saw was familiar faces. It was packed with students and teachers. It was such a good feeling to know they all came to support us. We won the first set and we lost the second set. We underestimated them a little. The third set, we demolished them. We played with everything we had. We left them on 10 points. When we finally won, the crowd came running at us. It was like a scene from a movie. I couldn't believe we actually won. I felt so happy. Eventually, the security made everybody go back to the stands. It was such an amazing feeling and a memory I will never forget. The next day, we got congratulated by everybody and they let us raise the banner ourselves. It is truly a memory I will always keep.